Gi. I think a gi is much harder. There's so many positions. You know, sometimes you can be out of shape and you're still able to play, you know, a good gi game. You know, I think people sometimes choose no-gi because people can think it is a little easier. I think it's not so easy like that. But I think to go to a good no-gi, you definitely spend good time with gi. You know, get more detail, more finesse, and then go to no-gi, you know, feeling much better. I think it's a normal process. Training with gi, and some point to go no-gi, but go no-gi with much more, you know, preparation, you know, than going to no-gi right away. I think you go to no-gi right away, you know, I'm gonna give you, you know, so it's not so much, you know, little stuffs. You can get the little stuffs on the gi. So the gi for me give you much more. I'm a bottom guy, all right? Maybe some guys can say, oh no, Shaolin play top. No, I definitely like it my whole life. And around my whole life here teaching, you know, is on the bottom. You know, I really, sometimes I catch myself, you know, teaching like instead of teaching, you know, mix a little bit about submission, top, bottom. Sometimes I spend the whole week only teach about bottom, you know, escapes from bottom, sweeps from bottom, different games from bottom, approach from bottom. So, you know, in my whole life during the gig time is doing sweeps and butterflies and half guards and, you know, and always deal with something. You know, I never spend good time in, you know, a lot of time in judo. So I always, when I go into black belt, I took some good guys in judo, and pull guard is kind of like a normal thing for me, you know, and I'm always able to deal with that. So it's definitely for me, bottom for me is the game. You know, it's not a bad idea. I think it's definitely gonna maybe, you know, I think it's not every single belt, but I think like, you know, choose the champs. Start like that, choose the champs, the black belt champs. They are the first and the second one, you know, and see, you know, slowly start this way. Yeah, I think it's nice to give the right value for people. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it can make a lot of difference. Back in my time, I already know people using, so imagine today, you know, so I think it's not a bad idea. I know it's gonna cost a little money, but I think it's a part of the process, you know, if we wanna put in Jiu-Jitsu in the right spot. I think we go in there, but I think it's definitely can be something, you know, the Confederation can add, and or even we can start with like a different type of tournaments, you know, and maybe start from those tournaments and then later go to a BJJF. So it's not a bad idea at all. I agree. It's funny, like back in my time, it's really something weird. My whole life I train only with my guys. I'm really lucky guy, you know, I need to say that because, you know, I have Léo Santos, Robson Moura, I have a bunch of people in different weight classes, so why am I gonna look to other school to train? No reason for that, correct? But, you know, today I believe people make friends all over the place. You know, I have friends all over the place, you know, so like my brother-in-law, Teles, Eduardo Teles. You know, he came here, different game, you know, different approach about Jiu-Jitsu. Why not? You know, not mix a little bit my training with his training, show something for my new students. Why not? I think, yeah, I think if you have a good friendship, you know, if you feel good, the school give it to you a good atmosphere. You know, I think if a person go to challenge the coach, maybe it's not nice, but I think if you know the person, I think it's a really good idea and really can make a lot of difference. You know, I think, I don't know if everybody know, but I have maybe 2 favorite submissions, all right? I have one from no-gi, you know, like I'm triangular, so I did a few times without gi and MMA, connect like very well. And I have a choke, You know, it's funny because back my time, I didn't learn nothing with names, all right? And here is something normal. People keep throwing names for every single position. Sometimes it's really cool because the position, you know, is really, okay, looks like this type of name, okay. But sometimes people give me like a crazy names for positions I don't like too much. So I never learned that choke with names. A choke from half guard, I did in 2001. You know, when you use the collar and then you fake a cross choke and the guy go defend, you pass the arm, you hug the person. And then, I don't know if people today call like a Bravo choke or something like that. But it's definitely, I like in 2001, it's not Bravo choke. It's a really regular choke from half guard. You know, I always believe, like I'm spending a lot of time, I have a lot of friends from judo in Brazil. You know, like guys is really, you know, national team, like Leo Leite, Flávio Canto, guys spend some time traveling, and then we spend some time training too. You know, I spend some time training in different judo places in Rio, and it's incredible, you know, how many times people can do one simple sotogari or one simple uchimata, like or simple throws, run back and forth, you know. So and then I saw. And then I moved, and then I started training wrestling. And then how many times people spend doing one ankle pick, one high crotch, you know, like a simple drills, touch, you know, touch feet, you know, like a little things, you know, and then we go spar later. So many things to do before you actually, you know, go spar. And I believe that thing too. I believe Jiu-Jitsu, people sometimes looking for and learn some new movement every single day. In my school, I definitely not adept of that type of teach. I'm looking for stick with 2 or 3 movements, you know, 2 movements per week, see a couple variations from there, and definitely like, you know, some days a week, you know, spend some good time in drilling, in repeat like a regular armbar, regular butterfly, regular kimura, little things, you know, to make your game solid. Because believe me, when something, everybody start going down, something gonna save you, you'll be the solid positions. It's not gonna be the fancy one, you throw the person over your head, pass under your knee, your lower back will be very tired, your grips don't exist. You know, you're gonna be very, very, very tired to push. So something like a bump sweep or something like a really simple gonna work, because it's so much here, you not think to do. So I believe drill is a huge part of Jiu-Jitsu today. Back like 10 years ago, you know, I think in 10 years it'll be the same. So if you try change that, to try put more weight, to try put more this, try put more that, I think you're gonna give it, maybe you go to the wrong direction. That's a good question, huh? You know, some guys I didn't see fight. You know, I never saw any fight, and then for me it's hard to say. Like I grew up, you know, I heard a lot of stories about a bunch of people, about Rickson Gracie, you know, Sergio Pena, you know, like Marcelo Bering, you know, Cássio Cardoso, a lot of people from Carson Gracie team, you know, long time ago, De La Riva, you know. So, but I can say about some people I saw, you know, and I think making a lot of difference today. I can say Royler Gracie, you know, is really back a lot of years ago. He's doing great. He passed, you know, and then they start getting older and start compete with the young kids and doing well about the young kids. I think it's now Jiu-Jitsu game back like 96, 97, 98, 99 to, you know, when the Jiu-Jitsu is really start getting big. You know, he's definitely the big name over there. And it's a really hard question, right? And I can say about a friend of mine, Robson Moura. He's a guy I train a lot, very small guy, very intelligent, you know, creative, you know, and smart, know how to play against heavy people. You know, the third guy I really can say about, maybe I can say Roger Gracie, you know, so like another Gracie, big name, solid. I think I need to say Roger Gracie is only because, you know, I like the way he does his jiu-jitsu. You know, he does simple, effective, solid. You know, he try to make a lot of mistakes. You know, if he make a mistake, he's able to correct his mistake with something simple. For me, you know, this is for me as a good jiu-jitsu. You know, like when you pick a position, and even if you do wrong, you know, you're able to reset for same position. You know, because that for me sounds like really feels like a good position. And for him and for me, definitely, you know, he's a good fighter. And now he's moving to MMA, but his jiu-jitsu is really good too. Maybe those three, but I have much more. You know, I have much more to say. But right now, let's go start with those three. Yeah, I think the best guy I compete, you know, is Leonardo Vieira. You know, we fought 5 times, and then there's always big battles. The first fight, he really, you know, like did a lot of points. I didn't find myself over there, and he's in his best day. But after that, I start getting better, and then improve a bunch of stuff, improve my wrestling, and then I'm still, you know, I lost a couple fights for him, but I'm getting better every day. And then in some point, I won. You know, I think the best day of my life in 2000. You know, so I never rolled for him, but it's definitely my toughest opponent. You know, I think the best guy I roll, I like to roll for my coach a lot. It's funny. I like to roll for him a lot. It's a totally different game than mine. He's you know, coming from, you know, he have a judo background too, Carson Grace black belt, play a lot of top, you know, but I like to roll for him a lot. But it's definitely like I need to repeat his name again. The best guy I roll with, and then, you know, like it's really making me think a lot, is Robson Moura. First about me, all right. For me, it's not good because I like to play free. I like to move a lot. I like to spin a lot. So in my game, it's gonna be something very hard to add in my game. So it's hard to add in my game. It's hard to add in my guys' game too, because I'm not gonna spend a lot of time, you know, drilling that. But I think for some divisions, you know, can be really important. I think for every single person compete today, it's important to know. And I think, yeah, you know, I think in some point, you know, like maybe we can fix a couple little things to make sure we not stay so much stuck. Like imagine like 10 minutes, we're gonna try to sell the words for some TV, and then every single final, like featherweight, lightweight, people stuck over there for 8 minutes. So how interesting gonna be this thing for somebody to watch? So maybe if you can fix a couple stuffs, maybe it can be even better. But I think the way right now, you know, sometimes happen, people stay so long over there, you know, I think it can be harder sometimes if you're looking for go to the next level about the people behind the jiu-jitsu to try even promoting more the sport, you know, maybe it can be hard. But, you know, the guys create, you know, I think is you know, it's good for them, you know, and then they do really good job. So, you know, for my game, and maybe for some people to try grow jiu-jitsu, maybe it can be hard. But, you know, for them, it's really good. No, definitely not. I think even for black belts or brown belts, no. I think it's some tournaments we have all over the place, United States, allowing that type of thing. You know, like I know IBJJF tournament, all that type of tournaments, and I not agree. I even not push my guys to go, because I think I like the idea when you love something, we're gonna go compete Saturday, come back here Monday, you know, to start training again, to improve, something like that. You know, people here, some people don't have insurance, you know, to stay 8 months without training, you know, and come back later, and now you hurt your knee with some like a regular spin in jiu-jitsu, now almost 6 months out. Now you hurt your shoulder, you know, doing some omoplata. Later you hurt your neck, you know, so we have so many chances to get hurt doing illegal stuff. Imagine if you had like some illegal stuff on the jiu-jitsu game today. I think definitely not, you know. And then maybe for pros, no gi, high level tournaments is one thing. Yeah, if you're pro, you know, and then go fight for money, maybe no gi, yes. But with gi, add some heel hooks, my friend, it'll be almost impossible to escape. So I think it is definitely not. It's funny, like, because I always feel so good training with my guys in Rio. I never say, man, I'd like to train with this guy. Me and my school don't have that type of game in my school. Let me train with this guy. It's funny, I don't have that type of thing. I never think, okay, look, oh, in that school in Rio, I have this guy, I would love to train with him. You know, like, I feel very support from my school. So we found everything over there I need to grow my jiu-jitsu. You know, I lost that fight. I need to find somebody in other school to help me to train, you know, to this guy. I don't have this thing. In MMA, I don't have that problem. In jiu-jitsu, I don't have that problem. So I never think something about like that. But who? Yeah, nobody. Back in my time, I competed against everybody, you know, did a couple good fights, you know, later gets, you know, I catch a couple new guys, compete too, and, you know, like one time I remember in the open division, I almost fought against Saulo, you know, he fought against Robson, and he beat Robson, and then I'm the other side of the bracket and gonna take like 2 fights, you know, 2 fights to maybe to fight against him. And back at that time, he's doing so good, he's making the jiu-jitsu looking so easy, you know. And then, yeah, I'd like to see, but no, I remember I hurt my foot during the week, and then I beat somebody, have it at me, and after that I stopped the open. But maybe Saulo, we have good relation. Maybe Saulo was a good, you know, was a good fighter, and then good judo game, really solid jiu-jitsu, and then pressure type of game I like too. So maybe Saulo, yeah, but nothing so bad. But maybe Saulo. I'd like to say thank you to a couple sponsors and like Hookah, RVCA, you know, Showroll. Guys, give me some support here to my school. And guys, you wanna go online to see my website, it's bjjnewyorkcity.com. And no, sorry, NewYorkCityBJJ.com. And you all can go to my Facebook, Vitor Shaolin BJJ. All right, people can see all the news over there and things we're doing here in New York City. All right, thank you so much.